I welcome you back again to another video lecture on C++ programming, and in this video lecture we'll go ahead and create a simple project that will help us to detect the minimum value in an array. Alright, so in the previous lecture we were able to look at the maximum value and we were able to detect that. Now let's go ahead and check out the minimum. So we go ahead and start immediately by initializing variables of int amount, and let that hold the elements of 200 and mini. Let's call that mini, and length, then the position, and let position be equal to 1 and put a semicolon at the end. Now let's go ahead and we start by asking the user to choose the range. So using the output stream, go ahead and say choose the range of array element. So go ahead and end line, and save in this right inside length and put a semicolon. Now we need to enter the elements of the array, so we're going to ask the user to insert array. Okay, insert, go ahead and say insert length array elements, that's based on the range. So insert maybe 550 array elements. Well, that is not good. Only. Alright, so go ahead and end line, and once he's inserted that, remember it's an array, we go ahead and use a for loop to collect that, because you can't just pick them one at a time. So go ahead and use, let's say int x is equal to 0 and place semicolon, and let x be less than length and put a semicolon, and let x increment. So we go ahead and say cin, go ahead and save everything right inside the amount array with value of x. Go ahead and place semicolon at the end, and then we are going to assume that the first number is the minimum. So mini equal to the first index of the array, that is amount, and the index 0. So let's assume that is the minimum, the first index is the minimum, and then we'll go ahead and write a simple for loop that will help to check if the first is not minimum. Let's go ahead and say int x equal to 1 plus semicolon, and x less than length plus semicolon, and x increment. So we'll go ahead and use an if statement to check if the element amount with value of x is less than the mini. Okay, so if it's less than the mini, then mini is equal to amount with the element x, and put a semicolon at the end, and let the position be equal to x plus 1, I put a semicolon. So if any number that is less than the minimum is found, then we set it as the minimum and we save its location as well. Remember that we assume the first index to be the minimum. So if any other number less than that is seen, we go ahead and save that and its position. And now we go ahead and print out that with the position. So go ahead and see the minimum element. The minimum element is at position pose, and is value is, and is value is mini. Go ahead and end line. Remember to put less than sign right here, and I hope everything been okay. We can go ahead and run this code and let's check out the result. So let's go ahead and choose range of elements. Let's say 5. I hit enter. Insert 5, 56, 78, 3, 4, 300, and the minimum element is at position 3 and its position is 3. Can you see that? It's at position 3 and its position is 3. Let's go ahead and run this code again and check out one more time. Let's say 7, and I'm just going to insert any number. Okay, I don't know the one that is. So the minimum element is at position 3 and its value is 73782. Wow, I always put the lowest at position 3. I don't actually know why. So the code is just valid before you. Please go ahead and try out any one of your choice and practice with it. I believe that everything is gonna work out fine. Let's put someone that is not at position 3, because some people might be like, are you sure this is really working out fine? Let's say the value is 3, 5, and let's put the minimum to be at, let's say the minimum is 9, and that is at position 2. So you can see that the minimum is at position 2 and its value is 9. So the code is just ready before you. Please go ahead and put it down on your own system. You play around with it, and in case you have any question, please go ahead and use the question and the answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.